conflict is raging in Russia, rapidly expanding beyond a simple vote. The Central Bank of the Russian Federation invited residents to choose what should appear on the new 500-ruble banknote. Among the options was the Grozny-City complex in Chechnya. However, what was supposed to be a harmless poll has developed into a major drama. Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov is actively promoting his version, promising generous gifts to voters. Specifically, he announced a giveaway of the latest iPhone 17 among those who voted for the image of Grozny. This move sparked a storm of outrage in Russia's far-right circles. Members of the Z community and Russian ultra-patriots, for whom national identity is a cult, took this as a personal insult. One well-known Z propagandist, Poznyakov, complained that he couldn't buy promotions for the version he liked because all these resources had already been bought by Kadyrov's men. The websites that use cheating have refused to show Elbrus, as they're already showing it on the central bank's website for a different option. The Kadyrovites have bought everyone off. Our Stepashkas sold for 30 pieces of silver. As expected, they've overtaken us. They're blatantly stealing victory from the common people. Maybe it's even for the better. They'll be hated even more across Russia now, although it couldn't be much more, wrote an angry Z patriot. This reaction reflected deep-seated contradictions within Russian society, where aggressive xenophobic propaganda in recent years has created an atmosphere of mutual hostility. Russian ultra-patriots, accustomed to the rhetoric of Russian superiority, react sensitively to any activity by regional leaders, especially when it comes to the Caucasus. Such outbursts could be a dangerous signal. Russia is turning into a powder keg where national contradictions could explode at any moment. The conflict over the symbolic vote on the banknote has only exposed old wounds. Hostility, fear, and the struggle for influence between various groups within the country. While the central bank is trying to maintain the appearance of a people's choice, within Russia itself, an identity crisis and growing discord are becoming increasingly visible, no longer just an internet drama. Earlier, media wrote that Putin's conflict with Kadyrov over the Chechen leader's plans is growing. The source of the tension is Ramzan Kadyrov's desire to groom his son Adam, a teenager who is only 17, for power. Although Kadyrov has older children, Adam has become his chosen successor. According to the Times, Adam Kadyrov has been given several official positions in recent months, including the post of Secretary of the Chechen Security Council, a strategic role for governing the republic. In May, Ramzan Kadyrov met with Vladimir Putin. According to Al Jazeera, during a closed conversation, he allegedly directly proposed handing over power to Adam. However, the Kremlin rejected the idea. According to Professor Emil Aslan of Charles University in Prague, Moscow may be willing to maintain control of Chechnya in the hands of the Kadyrov clan, but it categorically does not support a teenager in the top post. The Kremlin's main priority is stability in the region, and Adam is not yet capable of guaranteeing it, Aslan believes.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Friday accused Russia of taking advantage of the world, focusing its attentions on the Middle East to intensity attacks on Ukraine and target energy facilities. According to Associated Press, Russian strikes wounded at least 20 people in Kiev, damaged residential buildings and caused blackouts across swaths of Ukraine early Friday, according to authorities. A child also was killed in separate attacks in the southeast of the country. It comes as a US-brokered ceasefire between Israel and Hamas came into effect in a deal that raised hopes for ending the war in the Middle East. Putin is obviously taking advantage of the moment when the world is focusing almost all its attention on the possibility of establishing peace in the Middle East, Zelensky said. In the heart of the Ukrainian capital, rescue crews pulled more than 20 people out of a 17-story apartment building as flames engulfed the 6th and 7th floors. 5 people were hospitalized, while others received first aid at the scene, authorities said. Ukraine's national energy operator, Ukrenergo, reported power outages in Kiev and the wider region, as well as in the Sumy, Kharkiv, Poltava, Dnipropetrovsk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia and Cherkasy regions. All day long, recovery efforts have been underway after the Russian strike. There is a lot of work. Electricity has now been restored to more than 725,000 families, Zelensky said. The situation in Sumy region remains difficult. Also in Kharkiv, Kherson, and Donetsk regions, due to the security situation, repairs are complicated, he added. Ukraine's Air Force said Friday that the latest Russian barrage included 465 strike and decoy drones, as well as 32 missiles of various types. Air defenses intercepted or jammed 405 drones and 15 missiles, it said.
Путін, очевидно, користується моментом, коли світ зараз майже всю увагу приділяє можливості встановити мир на Близькому Сході. Більшість держав світу, всі ключові лідери, зосередили увагу на тому, що відбувається саме там. І це дійсно хороший шанс досягти справжнього миру після стількох жертв в тому регіоні. Це новий рекорд російської підлості саме в такий момент посилювати терористичний удар, бити саме по життю наших людей. Тільки у ніч на сьогодні було майже 500 дронів кількома хвилями, близько 200 з них – це шахеди, і також 32 ракети і значна частина – це балістика. Відповідь на це може бути тільки одна, і це більше сили, більше ППО, щоб захистити нашу критичну інфраструктуру. І більше тиску на Росію, щоб вони реально відповідали за все, що роблять. Весь день триває відновлення після російського удару, багато роботи. Зараз вже відновили постачання електрики для більше ніж 725 тисяч сімей. Київ, Київщина, Дніпровщина, Кіровоградська область, Черкаси, Чернігів. Залишається непростою ситуація на Сумщині, також Харківщина, Херсонщина, Донеччина. Через безпекову ситуацію ремонти ускладнені, протягом дня були нові атаки дронів, обстріли, були нові повітряні тривоги. Ще триває робота і в столиці. Де це потрібно, енергетики ввели графіки по електриці. Київ і Кіровоградська область протягом дня працювали, щоб відновити постачання води. В Києві майже відновлено, на Кіровоградщині триває запуск насосів та наповнення мережі. Завдання для всіх наших областей – підготувати достатнє резервне живлення для водоканалів. У частині громад це вже реалізовано і має бути і там, де зараз ми бачимо відповідну проблематику.
Піднімати руки, підходити до мікрофонів, ставити запитання.
We spoke with President Trump during our last meeting in New York. We spoke about not only about tomahawks. So we spoke about, said about harmless, and I said about ATACMS. So really, you know, when you have, for example, but basically when you have, you know, 30, 50 or 60 ATACMS between us, it's nothing.